Hey guys, so today I'm bringing you my recommended reading list or book list for architectural design subjects. So to start off with, we have Architectural Graphics by Francis D.K. Ching. Now this is a great book for all of your drawings, for the different types of sketching and technical drawings that you'll have to learn how to do to communicate all of your architectural projects and ideas. Now this is the 5th edition that I have. I'm not quite sure where they're up to at the moment, but honestly, any of the editions, they are tweaked slightly, but it's fantastic information either way. So even if you go onto like Amazon and get maybe a new or used version of it to save yourself some money, you'll still have a really good book with lots of information. So looking inside, it starts off with a chapter on the different drawing tools and materials that you'll need. So different drawing pencils, the different lead, pens, and then onto the equipment that you'll need to invest in. How to use scale rulers, and layering up different drawing surfaces, so tracing paper, sketch paper, and so on. Then it goes on to architectural drafting, so how to actually draw as an architect, the different kind of lines that you can use, the different types of drawings, so a pictorial system, how you're going to communicate your 3D object in 2D drawings. It goes into perspective. There's a whole chapter on different floor plans. So ground floor, first floor, second floor, roof plan, and so on. How to draw up a survey, site information and topographical surveys. How to draw up the context within your site. What a section is and how to construct one. Elevation discusses the perspective grids. How to draw people within your perspective. Understanding the sun path, adding context and landscaping, architectural lettering and layout, and presentation ideas. So all in all, a great book to have. The next book is a book that I've had with me since I started my architectural education, and it's the Architect's Pocketbook. Now this is a great resource to have. It's going to be something that you'll use at university, but a lot of the time within your architectural practice, so in the office. Within here you can see I have a whole load of post-it notes, so I can refer straight away to things like planning information or sustainability, ergonomics, structures, timber information and sizes of beams, concrete lintels, steel beams, U values, graphics within electrical drawings, and brick sizes. So this is going to be your go-to guide within the office really for standard information, notes for drawing and that kind of thing. Next one is the Metric Handbook or Newfort's Architect's Data. These two books are a fantastic resource to have from the get-go. So a really expensive but good investment. So the Metric Handbook has all of the different kind of metrics for any project that you could be working on, from designing out a kitchen right the way up to how to design an airport. So a fantastic resource and a whole load of information for any project that you would be working on, both when you're studying and also in the office as well. Another book that I always suggest to my students to at least take out of the library a couple of times and have a good look through of the case studies, the different projects that are discussed in this book, is Design Like You Give a Damn. There's 2 books in this series, I think, and there's a whole load of books in this subject area. So designing for environmental design, green design, sustainability, developing countries, developing communities, underprivileged children maybe. A whole vast variety of different areas that you might not typically think is a kind of glamorous subject or glamorous project to be designing for, but something that really is important within society. These projects are fantastic and really give you ideas and a greater awareness of what you can do with the tools and the skills that you have as a young designer, as an architect. Now I've put a history of interior design in here because typically architects and interior designers are very different within the office. Within university, it can be more of an ego thing. So there's a hierarchy there. I'm not going to get too into that, but I believe that there isn't a huge difference between the two educations. The jobs can be very different, but the fundamental skills that you are training and learning and the knowledge that you need doesn't differ too much from each other. So I've put the history of interior design because I believe both sets of students should be aware of the different types of interiors and how interior and architecture blend together, work together, working with different materials and kind of becoming a living sculpture. The next set of books are some really good staple books to have. So the first one I have is construction and detailing for interior design. Now again, this is a great resource to have as a student. Don't judge the fact that it says for interior design. The graphics and the diagrams within here are fantastic. They're really easy to understand and read. So for a student or a student starting out in construction and detailing for your projects, it's going to be a great resource for you. So for example, this is a detail here for the suspended ground floors within an apartment or house and the upper floors. So you have the section here, you have a little axonometric, and the same kind of thing here. It tells you the information, the sizes, typical sizes of beams and so on, the different materials that can be used. It gives you an explanation of what the names mean and helps you out with your technical drawing. There's always a person in the drawings to help you understand scale, and they're shaded so it helps you understand the materials as well. It shows you on site what it looks like, in section what it looks like, and a perspective drawing with a person to show scale. There's also one on materials, which is fantastic because within first year you will have construction lectures and materiality. You need to start understanding the different materials that can be used for different areas of a building and an interior, or for different products and so on, and how you can use an exterior material on the interior and vice versa. It shows you the technical detail or the way of drawing the material, as well as an example of what it looks like as a sample. It gives you sketches and rendered drawings, as well as photographs, models and presentations, case studies for different projects for you to look into, as well as physical and 3D models. And also in this series, I recommend the sustainability book. This gives you a huge range of different projects to look into for your case studies and precedent studies. It talks about the appropriate use of different materials, where they come from, how they can be used, and gives a whole load of examples on how different materials have been used in different processes. It explains energy, sustainable approaches, the context of sustainability, gives you an overview of history, and helps you understand more about climate change and sustainable design to help you in your project development. So the last book that I'm going to suggest is Details Within Contemporary Residential Architecture. This comes with a CD of drawings, which is fantastic because they're CAD files, so you can almost kind of install them straight into your project, download the files and so on. There's pros and cons to that, obviously. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it if you're understanding what the detail is reading and how it goes together. As long as you're not just copying and pasting it into your project, then it shouldn't really be a problem. So that's everything for this video. Please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. If you have any other suggestions or book recommendations, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will see you soon.